Hello everyone and welcome back to the X-Ring. So we're out the range today. We're getting some last minute prep work done on the 6 Max, making sure we're good for the Geisley, the DMR match that's coming up this weekend in Ellerbe, North Carolina at Coleman's Creek. Really looking forward to that. Never shot one of the Geisley DMR series matches. But while I was out here, guys, I wanted to share some information with you. And guys, I get no kickback. There's no affiliate link. There's no anything like that. But it's a company that I've been dealing with, that I've used their products since 2018. That's when I first met these guys. I was very intrigued by their side lock scope mount system. So this has virtually remained unchanged other than with a few things throughout the years. But guys, it's a made in USA company. It's Kinetic Development Group, KDG. And what they're really known for are quick attach and return back to zero, not only scope mounts, but also red dot mounts for like your Trigicons, your aim points. They recently just came out with an M-LOK attachment for your Garmin Zero. And this is actually quite handy for those rifles that don't have ARCA. Of course, we can't update everything that we have, right? And so a lot of stuff is still running around with M-LOK or maybe even Picatinny on there. But this is a really cool system for the Garmin where you can run it alongside of the rifle. You can still use your existing tripod that comes with it. And it's a very fast attach system for that M-LOK. Very, very similar to the system they use on their Picatinnys. Guys, I've used these for flashlights. I've used them for bipods. And literally, you just find an M-LOK spot and boom, it's locked in. I've never had one of these come undone, but I will tell you, these actually fit the best out of all the companies that I've tried. And I've never had one come loose if it was properly installed. One of the other reasons I wanted to do this is because you guys remember the Mark 20, the FN, basically the DMR version of the SCAR. It's a 20-inch and 6.5 Creedmoor. I had the one from the video, and they had released their rail system. But in order to update the SCAR from the Picatinny that's on the lower half, they actually do their own rail system. This has a cage code and all, but it's basically a full ARCA along the bottom. It comes with bridges. I mean, it's done right, guys. You do have to remove the barrel and all of that to install it. The install will take about 30 minutes, but I will tell you, they have thought all of that out. They have a very, very easy to follow step-by-step video that show you all the parts, all the configurations, and exactly what you tighten and when with what inch pounds. So you have a full-length ARCA along the bottom here. It's also an R-LOK, so they are keeping up with the times, but it really modernizes this SCAR 20, this DMR rifle, because being able to put it on an ARCA bipod or a tripod just makes it that more versatile. While there's nothing wrong with Picatinny, sometimes just having that smoother rail option instead of these cheese graters up here really works, especially for attach points for lights and things like that. Just makes the overall system just cleaner. The way they've done it, everything fit perfectly. I didn't have any issues with any of it. So what we're going to do is we are going to shoot some 5.56s. I'm not going to really shoot this because, like I said, I installed this. I already shot it earlier. It's fine, works well. But what we're going to do is we're going to shoot the 5.56. We're going to shoot the scope. We'll make sure that everything's pretty zeroed, and then we'll take it off. We'll do the same thing with the dot, and we'll put them back on and see if they return to zero, because I know a lot of people are apprehensive about quick removal systems. You know, there's nothing wrong with ADM. ADM makes some outstanding mounts. We all know that. But some of these systems are just really, really fast and just have quick versatility for being able to take them off and put them on very, very quickly, as long as you remember where your T-mark locations are. The only downside I can say to this is they are a little heavier. So if you're looking for something that's super lightweight, this is probably not the right option for you. But you also have to remember, for someone that's always moving optics around as a content creator and putting on different platforms, having quick lock systems are pretty nice. And when you get rifles that are built really well, one of the other things you'll find out is a lot of times you can take your scope off of one rifle, put it on another one, and it's pretty darn close. Close enough to hit targets, you know, out to 500 yards or so without any issues from what I've seen, as long as they're quality builds. So without making you wait any longer, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these items, and let's go ahead and get to shooting. Yeah, so first up is going to be the side lock mount. This is a 34mm ring set. It's a cantilever mount that's built specifically for ARs. And what's nice about it is you can move the ring locations. They have locator pins, and then you also have 2 screws going down the center of each one of the rings. So it does give you a lot of versatility on where you want to mount the system, and plus you can still move it forwards and rearwards on the Picatinny. The key thing here is, if you want repeatability, guys, you're going to have to remember your T-marks on exactly where it was placed last time, or you could have a shift. So that's going to be the first one. What we're going to do is I've got the camera running. We have targets down at 200. Camera's watching those. We have a third IPSC and then a smaller one. Beside of it, we're going to take that off, see if we can hit it. We're going to shoot it first, then we're going to take it off and see if it will repeat. We might try it at 300 as well. Guys, as far as the magazines, these are actually made by a company called KCI. Yes, the Korean company, but they've really changed what their reputation is. Guys, we've been running these mags for about a month now. These are translucent mags. They have metal feed lips. So you don't have to worry about the sides crushing in or when you drop them that the plastic ends up breaking them. The short one here is a 21 rounder. I've always struggled finding good 20 round magazines that fed reliably. And we've been running these 21 rounders and these 30 rounders here for about a month now with zero issues. So now that I've got the cameras running, you know what? I can do this and just show you this, how quick this works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this Garmin mount on here. All I have to do is get it started, press it, and that's it. And she is attached to the rifle. So, man, there's a lot of shooting going on next door, but that's okay. That's why we're here. So what we're going to do is 200 yards. Here we go. Far right one first. Impact. Impact. Let's go ahead and go to 300 since we're here. I'm going to hold about 1 mil. Impact. You guys didn't see that, but no reason for me to lie to you. What I can do is hit it again, just moving the camera over, but I promise you it was a hit. So let me go ahead and do that. We're going to go to 300, which you guys know where the 300 is. It is that one right there. Let me just slide back over. We're going to hold 1 mil. Impact. All right, so now what we're going to do to take this system off, you have a button that you slide in and just pull straight back. Once you do that, just roll it off. She is done just that quickly. So in this case, I have an aim point. This is an Acro. This is one of their other mounts. They do have the locator locks on here, so it's not going to move around. I just want to make sure exactly which T mark I'm on when I do this. I think it was there. Nope, it's going to be one forwards. It will be right here. So this is just a standard red dot. What we'll do is we'll go 100 first because it is a dot with no magnifier. Let me do this. All right, so it's got a 200 yard zero, so we're going to hold just a little bit low. Here we go. Little one, big one. Now let's go to 200. Now this is going to be a little spicy because without a magnifier, the way these things are kind of hiding in there, it's a little tough to see with this dot because it's a larger dot. Here we go, 200. We'll go for the little one. Okay, let's go to 300. Let me go ahead and move the camera. I had one wake up shot there, but you guys will forgive me, I'm sure. It's going to be a little bit spicy at 300 because it's really hard to see with the bushes. No idea, but it's close. Like I said, it's really hard to see that little tiny target. I'm actually going to have a better chance of hitting the 400 than the 300 because it's a full-size IPSC at 400. So I might go back to that 3, but I'm limited on ammunition. So let me go to 400 so you guys can see it since we're using a dot here. It's going to be that full-size IPSC right there. Let's see if we can pop that one. Here we go. Impact. You guys saw that. So now we've done that. Let's go ahead and take the dot off. We're going to go back to, and I have no more 5.56 ammo. I forgot and I left it at home, and there was a member here who was nice enough to loan me some ammunition. So because this is going, we're going to go to 200, back to the same system, and just to conserve ammunition, we're going to go for the small 200. Here we go. All right, now what we're going to do is we'll go 300. You guys are already starting to see this thing does return to zero every time. I've got 3 and 4 both in the reticle there for the camera, so we'll go 300 holding 1. And we'll go 400 holding 2. No problem. So we had a perfect return back to 0 with the side lock. You guys know what's going to happen with this. With the acro. Are we on the same T mark? I think that's close enough. We'll just go back to 2. And we're on 200. You guys can see that footage. Impact. Let's go to 3 and 4. I think you guys are seeing that repeatability. And guys, I have no coupon code or anything else. I just wanted to bring this product to your attention because you might not be aware of them. We're going to sling 1 at 3. And 400. Impact. So you've got repeatability there. Guys, they also have some other things that are actually pretty cool. And these are ones that I've really been using for a long time. And that are these Picatinny sections. Now, they're not the only company that makes these, but they're one of the first companies I knew that made these. I think Sylvan Arms and some other ones make them now, but literally, you just press it on, and then now you've got a bipod mount for times you're trying to zero or things like that. They're very, very well made. Are also great when you're trying to attach something like a light. You always got to make sure it's seated, just like that. And that's not going to come off. That's secure. To get the garment off, you just press the 2 buttons. Take that off, good. And that is it. That's the KDG. They also make things for Grand Power as well for the Strybog systems. Definitely check them out if you've never heard of KDG or Kinetic Development Group. Guys, another worthy note is they also make 20-round magazines for the SCAR, for like the 17. So rather than paying for the metal mags, these actually run pretty well. No issues with them. I actually checked some out a couple days ago and they seem to be fine. It's just bringing you a good quality made in USA product. You guys saw they had cage codes on most of these, and going through that whole process of getting SAMs and DUNS numbers and all that, I'm very familiar with that. Is no easy task. So they have some great products. So if you're looking for something that might be a quick connect system that might work well for you, you might want to give them a look. And they are made in the USA, so you know you're getting quality stuff and you're supporting jobs here in the United States. So remember, Kinetic Development Group, KDG, you guys take care. Getting ready for the Geisley DMR match in Ellerbe, North Carolina. That's going to be at Coleman's Creek. That starts on Saturday. It's going to be a tough group out there. Some very, very strong shooters. You know, I'm going to go out there, have a good time. We're going to have Tony and Sid and Willis out there. We'll see how we do. I'm not that familiar with that course, but I have shot a couple matches out there and done fairly well. So we'll see how the 6 Max does. And I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. We will talk to you soon, and then we'll be coming back at you from Texas with Burris and Tika. You guys have a great week. See you on the next one.